for the weight, I measured 18 inches, then 10.5 inches for the height. So I had two different parts for the front and back. Then I also measured 18 inches and 9 inches, which was for the down part. Then I measured 9.5 inches and 10.5 inches. I had two of these for the back sides. Then I had 10 inches, 7.5 inches for the front and back pockets. For the bag handle, I measured 35 inches for the height and 4 inches for the width. I had the same measurements for the interface. So for the bag handle, I only used my corduroy fabric and interface, which I ironed together. But for the other parts of the bag, I used interface and lining. But for the bag handle, there was no lining. So I folded my handle into equal parts here, ensuring that I folded the edges, which I then clipped together before stitching. So I prefer to clip my handles before stitching because it's a lot more easier for me while stitching, and it ensures that the handle is properly aligned while I'm stitching, and it makes it a lot faster for me. After clipping the handle, I stitched on both ends, both on the right hand side and on the left hand side of the handle. You'd see when I'm done stitching. As you can see the handle, I stitched both sides. Then I had two handles. So for the front part of the bag, I measured 4.5 inches, then 1.5 inches. The 1.5 inches would serve as the position for the bag handle. I did the same on the left and on the right hand side. Then that part is for the pocket. I measured 7 inches for the height, which I then joined together to make it a lot more easier for me to fix the pockets. So as you can see now, that part is going to be for the pocket, which was 7 inches, and the 1.5 inches I marked out would be for the bag handle. Then the space left after the handle is 4.5 inches. For the back pocket, I measured 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches. I had the same measurement for the corduroy and also for the lining, which I folded and I stitched one part. Then I folded it back and top stitched. So this was what I ended up with. I had two pockets, which was going to be for the front and for the back. After stitching, I placed my pocket on one of the sides of the bag, which I pinned down first before stitching. It just makes it a lot more easier for you to stitch once you pin down to the fabric you're going to work with. Then I ended up cutting the excess fabric I had after stitching, which is quite optional, but you have to be careful so you don't cut very close to the stitches because the bag handle will eventually cover it. Then I placed my handles. I first marked 1 inch, which is where the handle will start from on both sides. Then I pinned them down. Then the next thing I did was to stitch the handle to the back material, ensuring my stitches were straight. So I repeated the same step by fixing the handle on the other part of the fabric. So for my zip, I worked with a measurement of 18 inches. Then I also had 4 pieces of fabric that I measured 2 inches, which would serve as my zipper stopper. So I placed them, as you can see in the video, ensuring that the outer parts were facing the zip. Then I stitched them together. I also turned them outward and top stitched on both ends of the zipper. Then I attached my zip to one side of the bag and placed the lining on it, so the zip was in between the lining and the bag main material, which I pinned first before stitching. Like I said earlier, I pinned down most of the things I want to stitch because it makes it a lot more easier for me to stitch. So as I was stitching, I was removing the pin before getting to the pin so that it would not affect my needle. While stitching, I also ensured that the zip was in between the lining and the bag material so that it doesn't turn out the wrong way once I was done stitching. Then I placed the other side of the zip to my second part of the bag fabric in this order. Then I also attached the lining. So it's quite similar to the way I did the first part. The only difference now is the first part of the bag has been attached to the zip. I stitched the other end of the zip. And ended up with this. Then the next thing I did was to turn the fabric this way. Then I top stitched on the fabric, ensuring it was properly aligned. For the down part of the bag, I had 17.5 inches by 9 inches, which I then attached to the down part of one of the sides of the bag, and I stitched it, as you can see in the video. I repeated the same step on the other side of the bag. As you can see, I used the same width for the downside of the bag, the front and back of the bag, so they were all 17.5 inches. For the side of the bag, I used 9 inches by 9 inches. So because I wanted the upper part of the bag to be curved, I folded one of the sides like this and formed a curve, which I then used to make the other end because I wanted the curve to be equal. So I used this as a template to measure the second side of the bag. After doing that, I attached one of the fabric to one of the sides of the bag. As you can see, I started from the back and worked my way through the sides and the upper parts. So I initially used clips, but eventually used pin because I realized the clips were not properly fixed, so they were a bit shaky and that could distort the shape of the bag. So I eventually used pins before stitching. So here you can see that I pinned the sides together. So I did that for both the left and the right hand side. Then I stitched both ends. Then I worked my way through the down part of the lining. I used the same measurements that I used for the corduroy fabric, which was 17.5 inches for the width and 9 inches for the height. I pinned them together and also stitched. So I basically just repeated the same step that I did for the outer part of the bag to the lining, which was the inner part of the bag. Yeah, so I left an opening at the down part of the bag, which enabled me to turn the bag in from inside outward, as you can see in the video. After turning, I folded the opening and stitched. And this was the final look of the bag. Please do leave a comment if you found this video helpful, and if you have any question, leave them in the comment section. I'll try as much as possible to do justice to them. You can also check out this video at the top right corner. If you have any bag you'd like me to make a video on, please leave them in the comment section and I'll try to look into them. Bye.